Welcome to the new home of zip tie tuning. In here we have 2,400 square feet of shop space. This place previously used to be a print studio, as you can tell by this completely broken printer right here. But we have some very nice 12-foot high ceilings and concrete that's thick enough for a lift. Cannot wait to get that. And also we have Jake, who is currently installing our Wi-Fi because we don't have internet at the moment. Our requirements for a shop were pretty simple. We wanted to have very nice light, it couldn't be noisy, and also not cost us an arm and a leg, which it turns out is a pretty difficult list. For the lighting though, this space is fantastic. For the sound, we're just in a very peaceful little farm here. Like, we have to worry about what? Lambs bawling and stuff like that? Not a problem. The amount of takes before at Andy's house that were ruined by cars driving by, like, oh my God, that's gonna be some nice to not have to deal with. A lot of industrial spaces also will be right beside train tracks, or maybe you're beside a machine shop, or there's a bunch of planes overhead, and all of those will ruin your audio when you're filming. We do have to fix the audio in here. As you can tell, it's echoey as all frig, so that's gonna be really expensive. But fortunately, what's not expensive is this space. We got a pretty good deal on the rent.
Thanks, David.
Yeah. Why do we need a shop though? Andy's garage actually was more than good enough for the kind of projects that we wanted to do, but we were just simply running out of space. So say that we wanted to do an engine swap on a RAV4, well, where do we put the engine? We couldn't fit it at Andy's house, we couldn't fit it at my house, and my garage was just completely filled with crap all of the time. I couldn't park my cars in there, it was terrible.
Plus my wife really loves an engine in the living room.
But now we have a shop, we have an engine, we have a Tundra that Toyota lent us for the week to pick it up, and we somehow need to get this out. We have a lot of crap to move, and doing it in that Tundra would be pretty nice. So let's get this Canadian Tire engine hoist all set up. We're starting off real sketchy in this shop. How the frig do we get this off?
Alex didn't buy a chain for the jack.
Yeah.
So. Oh, dude, she's mint. What's your game plan here, brother? Oh, you were gonna do it like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, God.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking just to like do both sides and then hook it, but that seems like a lot less work. Let's do that.
We're not even close to half a ton, so she's fine.
I'm sure this is a 100% rated for the capacity it says. Haha.
Yeah, especially with the bolts not all the way taken.
Sorry, Toyota. I know this is a press
Look
truck.
at that.
Love you long time.
Good job, guys.
That's like the least horrible stuff we've done to a press car in ages, so.
I cannot foresee any way that this goes wrong. Okay, where are we going, Alex?
I haven't thought that through yet. Maybe right there.
Don't
God,
drop it on my car. Oh my God.
Oh my God, sorry.
Now that the 3S GTE is somehow safely on the ground, we get to just wait a couple of months to swap into the RAV4 while I get the rest of the parts, and we're gonna use the Tundra to go and buy a whole bunch of stuff. See you in a couple of days. Canadian Tire Corporate reached out to us wondering if there was anything that we needed to help us out, and we were like, oh boy, is there. So we have so many stuff, and this isn't even all of it. Let's get unpacking. Like on top here, we've got a pretty decent sized air compressor. This should be pretty good, not just for, you know, using air tools and blowing around dust, but we have a couple of machines that are gonna need it too. All right. Oh, the wheels are on the other side. Oh well. I wonder how quiet it actually is. It says it has whisper tech. Never operate this unit when flammable materials or vapors are present. Okay, no farting, Andy. I wouldn't call it quiet, but it's certainly not loud for an air compressor. We also have a ladder right here, so the next time that Jake upgrades their Wi-Fi, it can be a bit less sketchy for him. Although the main thing that we're looking for right now are the toolboxes. We have done a bit of work on the RAV4, and man, not having any spot to put your tools sucks. There's also an angle grinder here. I saw a bunch of comments in the last video that our poor angle grinder was not good enough, so there you go. Oh yes, our channel, Zip Tire Tuning. There we go. Okay, that's a good start, but this is actually only half of this tool chest.
You got it. Heck yeah.
Oh, this is friggin' amazing.
Nice. There's actual handle there. Oh man, that's sick.
Yeah, this is pretty friggin' sweet. For our welder, we got this steel workbench. If I'm honest, I'm not totally sure if we'll completely destroy it or not when we're welding on it, but it's a lot better than your garage floor. I have a suspicion that the second that we weld on top of this, I'm going to totally destroy the powder coating. So I think we'll just go buy a piece of 3/8 inch steel and stick it on the top and call it a day. That should work great. Although our shop has loads of power, one thing that it unfortunately does not have is 240 volts. So to overcome that, we got this guy right here, the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus. This right here is a great big old battery that not only has, you know, your typical 110 outputs, but also on the side, we have 240 volt at 30 amps. So we should be able to run our welder off of this no problem, and we don't have to call an electrician before we do it.
And we don't have to worry about power outage.
Yeah, also if there's a power outage, which happens all the time here, whether it's the wind or someone that thought that they could drive on ice on summer tires and jam themselves into a pole, this will be great. Help our welding, we also got a whole bunch of Mastercraft welding magnets. These are also just awesome for holding steel in places that you want it to stay. I guess this video is just gonna be us building workbenches for the most part. Now, Andy, do you wanna set up the rapid prototyping table or the grinding table first?
Prototyping.
Prototyping? Sick.
Let's do that.
Huge thanks to VITURE for sponsoring today's video. Now, honestly, I tried their glasses a couple of years ago, and although it was promising, it was so I told them I'd only accept this sponsor spot if the new version actually lived up to their much improved claims, and well, here we are. This is the VITURE Beast, the largest extended reality display that projects a virtual 174-inch display 4 meters in front of you, no matter where you are. With a 1200p resolution and up to 1250 nits brightness from some Sony micro OLED displays and VITURE's proprietary optics, the experience is great with the bonus of 120 Hz for gaming. The big improvement for me is their 3 degree of freedom motion tracking that locks your virtual screen in place, eliminating motion sickness I had in their previous versions, and you can also do smooth screen follow, so it just sort of goes around and I can continue reading the script no matter where I'm looking. The glasses have a 9-level electrochromic film that allow you to decide how much of the environment you want to let in, and you can turn to the side and just see everything that's around you. They also support true 3D content and can automatically transform any 2D content into 3D instantaneously. The Beast works on Android, iPhone, computers, and even the Switch 2, allowing you to have a massive bright display anywhere. To try the VITURE Beast yourself, it starts at $549 and you can get 10% off at our link down below. For rapid prototyping, there are 3 tools that you need to really get off of the ground. A 3D printer, that's the biggest one, laser cutter, absolutely great, and right here we have a CNC mill. Just a little one, but it's a CNC mill, so let's start unboxing them. For our laser cutter, Creality sent over their Falcon 2 Pro. This is a 60-watt laser, which I think is kind of what you should be aiming for if you are getting a laser. You can get ones that are like 20 watts or sometimes even less, but I think that the key thing about a laser is that they are incredibly fast at making things, and having the 60 watts really allows you to just rip through acrylic or cardboard or wood. Looking at it, I hope the table that we just got is big enough for these. It's gonna be pretty freaking close. Oops.
Oh my god.
Does it go this way?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, that works. That's fine. Okay, I think that the laser is all good to go. There we go. Fan's working. All right, we have a frickin' laser.
Sweet. You know the benefit of not following instruction?
Andy, we don't need to tell them that I put the tabletop on backwards. We just don't need to include this at all. I was more successful at putting together a frickin' laser than a table. All right, first actual laser test. Going to see if we can get a little Miata on here with our super high-tech extraction system. So I'm gonna hit start. Very nice. That was an incredible success, especially for not even worrying about any of the settings at all. Look at that nice little Miata.
Just like the one back there.
Creality's included software for this laser seems like it works pretty well. But one of my favorite things about this is that it actually fully supports Lightburn, which is my preferred laser software. So we'll get that on the go in the future, but having the flexibility with this guy, great. To handle our 3D printing needs, the absolute legends over at Prusa sent us over a Prusa XL. Now, we have had the Prusa Core 1 since the beginning of this channel, and we have been using it pretty much non-stop to make all sorts of stuff for our videos, and in that amount of time, I have learned almost nothing about it. You might think that that's a bad thing, but really that's a testament to just how well the Core 1 has worked. We have just simply sent it files and they have printed, and I have not had to worry about it at all. The days of 3D printers being this thing where you're always fiddling with it and tuning it and changing nozzles and all of that crap, I am so glad that's over. I just want it to be a tool that does the thing.
I think like our setup of the Prusa has to wait a tiny bit because I see something really, really cool. A big gummy.
Oh, that's so many of them. Hell yeah.
Thanks, Prusa. We love you.
The printer, she works absolutely great. It took maybe like 30 minutes to get it set up, and our very first print is not really a success. It was supposed to be a trash can, but it's turning out to actually be a cube, but that's totally fine. The printer is good, and that's all that matters. I just have to say, holy frig, printers have come a long way in the last couple of years. Like, my first home printer was the ANET A8. I'm sure some of you have had experience with that horrific piece of trash, but the first thing that I did was spend an entire evening making it so that that thing wouldn't catch on fire and burn my house down. The final bit of our rapid prototyping puzzle is in this crate right here. We got a Make Era Carvera, although I'm sorry that I have to do this to you guys, but we're gonna make a full video about this on our tech channel, so get subscribed over there if you wanna see that. Grinding. The first bit of that puzzle is this 6-inch bench grinder from Maximum. But there's nothing too crazy about this, but it does have speed control, which I really appreciate. Oh, some guards. I can't wait to never use these. Oh, nice, and this one comes with a polishing wheel as well. We can have nice shiny bits of steel if we so choose. Very nice. I think that'll live something like that, but let's get out the other grinder first and then decide where we want everything to go. One area that I definitely splurged a bit is getting a new belt grinder. I find that these are incredibly useful, not just for like grinding things, but also they give you so much more control than like a not super fancy one. I feel like it's the sort of thing where you buy once, cry once, and then don't worry about it again, and your life will just be better for it.
We cried so many times making this video.
So in here we have the Nexus Grinder NG-3. This is a belt sander and it's for knife making. It's made in Alberta, so Canadian made, and I have to say their support's amazing. I was a bit confused. They got back to me in 2 hours, and then after I placed the order, they apologized because they were going to ship it out the next day instead of that day. Freaking legends. Do you want to paddle in, Andy?
No, thanks.
This is thick. Oh, this is a hell of a motor right here. When you're buying these, everything comes separately, so you get to decide which motor you get and how you want to control it and stuff like that. So I went for a 3-phase AC motor, and that allows us to use a VFD. And look at this freaking unit, holy frig. You know that you're getting some pretty industrial stuff when it says low voltage motors on the front. This thing's 230 or 460 volts. Wow, it was so great of that qualified electrician to come by once the camera's turned off and do up all of the electronics for our grinder. Completely unrelated, but Mechatronics Nahiler in English and also the Electric Academy have incredible videos on how to wire up 9-wire AC motors to VFDs. So if you need to learn that, check those out. So there should be no reason that this is sketchy at all anymore. So turn it on, start. There we go! We have a belt grinder, hell yeah. And the thing that's so awesome about this is you just go right here and you can swap the belt that fast. Come back in here and you can go from doing whatever you want to do, maybe super low grit to take tooth out off of a piece of plastic, or something pretty crazy so you can just eat through a bar of steel. Like, man, I love these things. Now we want to set up this table right here, which is going to be our main work area. And to do that, we need to move the engine because we put it exactly where we want to put the table. Fortunately, it should be a bit less sketchy to move this time at least because we have a maximum engine leveler. So thanks for that, Canadian Tire. You don't want to help me move this table, Andy?
You got it.
One thing that I think is really important for a shop is first order retrievability, which is just a fancy way of saying, I don't want to look in a drawer for my tools. So instead, they're going to go on the wall. The 3D printer has been absolutely cranking out parts like these tool holders right here. We've got some wrench holders, a whole bunch of different things, LTT screwdriver holder. So we're just going to whack this board on the wall, then whack a bunch of these guys on the board, and then we can just pick up our tools and not have to look for them. Would you look at that? It's starting to all come together. We do have more stuff to put on here, but for now, it's a pretty darn good start. Also, we got a bunch more 1/2-inch impact bits, which is great for a big old nut 9000, and also a tap and die set so that when we screw up bolts with the nut 9000, we can at least fix it. As for the drawers here, Andy organized all of it and forgot his label maker, so I have absolutely no idea where anything is. I know that the impact sockets are right here. Those are all pretty nicely organized, and everything else makes literally no sense at all. I have no clue.
I'm short,
safety
right
here.
Safety is important.
Stuff. Just nothing in the top right drawer. But then you come down here and like drill bits are there, I guess.
You're not using it every day.
Sure. We'll label it and it'll be fine then.
Yep.
As nice as having a lift would be, we're not quite there yet, but we are going to make our lives a bit better on the floor. We've got some seats, we've got some crawlers, and another jack, so let's get those unboxed.
But look, I can do dolly shot now.
Oh, sick. Nice.
That's how you do dolly shot. And now I can do low angle dolly shot.
This is comfy. Got a little pillow and just fall asleep under the car.
Heck yeah.
Great time. I do really love these seats when you're doing stuff like brake work or suspension work in here. You can just sit down, throw your tools on the bottom. You don't lose them. Love it. We also got a new jack. It's actually completely identical to our old jack, but you know, sometimes they're like friends. Final bit of tools for this video. We need a bit more grinding. So wireless angle grinder right here. Absolutely love that. And it comes with a charger. If that angle grinder isn't able to go through what we want though, hopefully this guy right here will. This is a hot saw, AKA a chop saw. And these are really, really great at going through steel. By the way, these things are pretty freaking terrifying. If one of these explodes, it can absolutely kill you. So before we use it, we're gonna get some nice face shields. I've had one of these pop before and I was totally fine because I was wearing like a nice thick jacket and a face shield, but absolutely terrifying when that happens. Like seriously, wear your proper PE when you're using one of these. And if instead of steel you want to cut aluminum or wood, a simple miter saw is gonna do the trick. If you want to cut aluminum on these, just make sure that you get the right blade. After spending a whole bunch of time cutting and grinding, maybe a bunch of dust has landed on your car and you need to fix that. So this right here is the Active 2.3 power washer, and it should make our cars extra super clean. Oh, and we've even got a GFCI plug. We can be super nice and safe while we're, you know, flying water everywhere. Oh, comes attached to a piece of plywood, I guess.
Oh wow, cool.
Why not? Sick.
They do have a wall setup. Once they are in, then we can mount it on the wall.
I would love to test this thing out right now. Like it's winter in Vancouver, so our cars are all absolute messes, but it turns out we don't actually have a hose fitting in this shop. Fortunately, there is a hose fitting on the shed that's over there, so we'll just need to get a super long hose and bring that over whenever we need to wash our cars. Some final car things. We also got 2 engine stands and 2 tire stands. We're not gonna put the engine on the stand today, but we'll definitely do that in the future, and we do have 1 set of tires on a stand. Now, if I had it my way, all that we would do is work on cars in here, but sadly owning a business is actually mostly sending emails to people, so let's improve the email experience. To ensure the best possible emailing experience, we emailed MSI and asked them if they would send over any monitors, and holy frig, have they ever. In here is the 32.2 URX QD OLED gaming monitor. This is complete overkill for what we're doing in here, but also like, why not go overkill?
We need 240 hertz for Excel sheet.
Yeah, my emails are gonna be so much faster with the 240 hertz monitor.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be sick. Oh my God. For typing, I got a Keychron Q6 Max, specifically with the brown Gatoron switches. So it'll be nice tactile experience when I'm using that big old numpad. Oh, that is a nice keyboard. You can't feel it, but it has a lot of heft to it. This is a wireless keyboard. I'm going to just plug it in because I don't mind a wire, but if you do mind a wire, you don't need it. And for the mouse, I'm going with an ROG Harp Ace. I mentioned this in our sponsored video by them, but man, I really like these mice, and I really like that you don't have to install software to use them properly.
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
What a nice car.
Debatable. My solution where I wanted to be able to plug in everything to this one little dongle and it powers my laptop and everything works did not work because this is only HDMI 2.1. So I need to plug it in over here because 240 hertz is 100% necessary. It seems like HDR just worked. That's not something Windows can do, but I guess this monitor can do no problem. I take back everything that I said that was nice about Apple. Their display settings are so frigging terrible. So they do their stupid scaling by changing the resolution, but it doesn't actually change your resolution as far as I can tell. But then I can only have HDR when it's at 4K, but now all of my icons and stuff are super duper small. I probably need to like download some stupid app and pay for it so that I can have actual like screen settings. Apple is terrible. Although the typical screen brightness is about 400 nits, this panel can do 1,000 nits in like little highlight areas, and typically you only need 1,000 nits for little highlighty areas anyway. This looks so freaking good. Also, of course, 100% DCI-P3, we need to be able to review videos on our monitors. And holy shit, this looks nice. Andy, should we set yours up?
Let's do it.
How's your desk looking, Andy?
About the same, but slightly different. So I'm using the Keychron Q1 Ultra, which is not a full-size keyboard because usually I have a bunch of like filming crap like here. I need the space. And since I also do a lot of ingest here, Ugreen was kind enough to send me a Thunderbolt dock. So this Thunderbolt dock has 13 ports. It has 3 Thunderbolt 5, 1 Type-C, 4 Type-A, 2.5 Ethernet, and 180 watt DC charging, and a bunch of card reader, as well as the 3.5mm audio jack. Charging stuff is kind of like my midlife crisis, like purchase every day. I want to buy something tech, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of money, so I just bought a lot of charging stuff. Thanks to Ugreen, so I don't have to do that. This is their 200 watt Nexito A ports charger. You know, since we have a lot of camera crap and we can charge them at once, not, you know, unplug this and then replug it in, and someday you just forgot, and then the next day you realize, oh crap, like I didn't really charge my camera and I can't record. So you guys won't have a video to watch.
That makes me really mad.
Yeah. They also send a bunch of, you know, desktop charger, and especially this cute one that Alex really likes.
Yeah, I love those things. They're
a little
so cute.
robot for charging. 3 ports, 65 watt, and the feet is just a plug.
They are so cute. One thing sadly me and Andy both forgot to bring this morning are mouse pads. Although I think Andy's setup is going to stay roughly the same, although I cannot stand using Mac in a desktop space, so I'll probably build a PC at some point.
Subscribe to our tech channel.
Yeah. Also, we're putting our arses in some Secret Lab Titan Evos. These are really, really comfy. I like them a lot.
Yeah, way better than, I'm sorry, landlord, but I don't know how you can sit on this forever.
What I find matters with coffee is not the coffee maker, but the coffee itself. So we have some Kicking Horse, which is not the best coffee, but I'll order some aggro later. One other fun thing that we discovered in the kitchen is that this window right here, the handle's just not attached. It's like, not at all. So Jake thought he was gonna die the first time that this came down like that with no handle. It is finally time though for the most exciting part of this shop, the piste resistance, you could say. You know how every single shop bathroom looks like that someone literally died in there? Well, not in ours, it's so cute, it's absolutely adorable. We have little parrots, maybe parakeets on the walls. The wallpaper is great. There's like a sink and a mirror and like nice little pink things here. We even have plants on the windows and some art.
Great pooping experience.
Excellent, 10 out of 10. We do still have a lot more work to do in here. Like we need art on the walls. We made posters and forgot to buy ourselves some for this space.
Yep.
So our shop's right here somewhere. We also really need to add in some sound editing. We wanted to do that for this video, but then got a quote for $9,600 to treat it. And we were like, and also we don't know what we're going to do about garbage. We need to somehow arrange pickup. It's a bit of a problem. We've just been like taking it to the dump in the back of our cars. But overall, man, I am so incredibly stoked about this space, and I am so incredibly stoked about the amount of support that we have received. Like the amount of subscribers, I can't believe it. The Patreons that allow us to pay rent in this place, even if for whatever reason we can't make videos. And of course, all of the companies that came together, like Jackery, Canadian Tire, MSI, Keychron,
Ugreen.
yeah, Creality, Prusa, Maycara. But like we are just unbelievably stoked to have a place so that this kind of a mess and all of the things can live in an actual shop instead of in our homes where it's been for the last couple of months, and it's been friggin' hard. So thank you so much. Hit like, get subscribed, and of course, have a great old day. I'll see you later.
You know, my wife is so stoked that we don't have to pull the engine and put it in the living room.
Yeah, I've been able to park in my garage with my car instead of just having the stupid smelly Z3 in there. It's amazing!